Finally tonight, a story about adolescent Americans making a difference in the lives of girls around the globe. Ray Suarez has that.
The flashing lights outside say Chicago, but the girls inside are learning about the heavy burden of life a world away.
So these are jerry cans, and in Ethiopia, girls have to walk to get water, and they get very heavy. So you want to try and see how heavy they are?
The lesson isn't easy, but that's the point.
Ooh, it's hard.
The new United Nations Foundation campaign is spanning cultures and continents to promote girl power. Tamara Cranen is from the UN Foundation.
Girls in Ethiopia might carry water for 8 hours a day. They might walk 8 hours to get water to bring back to their family. They might walk 8 hours to get fuel for firewood and cooking. And that's the reality of their lives. So we want girls in the United States to carry those water jugs, get a sense of how heavy they are. They get a sense of these girls' lives.
Ready? 1, 2, 3!
It's a campaign by girls and for girls called Girl Up. The idea is to build grassroots support among American teens and tweens to help peers in developing countries stay in school, stay free from child labor, and safe from violence.
We educate one girl, she educates her community. If we inspire one girl with Girl Up, she inspires her community to get involved.
Less than 1 year old, the girl movement caught the attention of First Lady Michelle Obama, who recently invited Girl Up girls to the White House.
If we get millions of girls around this country engaged, pretty soon we hope they're going to be the next generation of women leaders.
So far, 200,000 girls across the U.S. have signed up, and almost all the money they've raised is already helping to fund UN programs for girls in Liberia, Ethiopia, Malawi, and Guatemala.
Most of them live in abject poverty. They're lacking in education. Many of those girls don't learn how to read, they don't learn how to write or do their numbers, and oftentimes they're married by age 15 and then pregnant soon after.
On this day in Chicago, Project Girl performers tackled Girl Up's most recent effort to stop child marriages.
The United Nations considers child marriage a violation of human rights.
Emily Rupp wrote a piece based on phone interviews about a 14-year-old girl from Africa who was forced into marriage and pregnancy, who then died in childbirth.
His poison had flourished and my body was changing. I grew big and round, but my husband was nowhere to be found.
These women in other countries are literally left by themselves and fending for themselves, and a lot of times they don't have the stamina and the strength to be able to make it.
For the girls in the United States, if they have a sense that they can really touch a girl in another country, it motivates them to learn more, to stay connected, and to raise more funds.
Girl Up encourages pen pals.
You should never give up in what you believe in. I'm from Chicago. My name is Ashley.
She says, all of you are going to change the world. And
the letters are read by Girl Up staff in Liberia, where 45% of girls have no formal education, a statistic the campaign is hoping to change. Suburban Chicago resident and Girl Up member Isabella Solimini is one of the many volunteer advisors for the campaign.
I can be with other girls my age, and we can decide together how we can help. We can start a fundraiser, do events to raise awareness.
And for Isabella, the movement is also very personal. She's a typical 12-year-old American girl, a competitive soccer player, and a good student entering the 7th grade. Isabella is also from Vietnam, adopted at the age of 4. Her Vietnamese mother gave birth to twin girls, couldn't afford both, and sent Isabella to an orphanage. Isabella has never met her identical twin sister, still living in Vietnam, named Ha.
I just wanted to help not just her, but other adolescent girls around the world.
Although Isabella has learned something about her identical twin, she believes she and her sister are likely to have very different futures.
There's a huge difference between our life. I go to school, I play with my friends, I hang out with my friends. She doesn't get to hang with her friends. She gets to do chores, and she's got to work 24/7. It's not what a normal teenager would do.
Isabella hopes to one day attend UCLA Medical School and play college soccer.
It's Very similar girls. If they had the same opportunity, they'd probably have the same trajectory. They'd both be going to UCLA, both think about being doctors or having dreams. And then, sadly, the girl in Vietnam can't get there. And we'd like to get all the girls globally to the same spot, to real success.
For the American girls, success for girls globally is a win for them, too.